Oh.
A horrific fail. So its attention is on Scuticus, but
So
you like kind of walk forward to like I'm going to attack the next Dragonbane, and it just as an afterthought flicks you with its wing and launches you 30 feet back up against the wall. And I'm going to say, does it work, JP, that he would take damage then from an attack?
oh yeah, if you fail, you take damage from
Okay.
an attack. That's how it
D10
works. So.
plus 3, 1. So you actually just took 4 damage in total.
Okay,
So I
Rod,
think
you're
you're at 12 now.
15.
15. Yeah,
No.
he was at 19, and then he just took
Is
5.
he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. Okay. So Barnacle.
Oh, I
Barnacle.
think Rachel's lagging again.
That's okay. So we'll go to Scuticus then. This
There you
thing's
go.
staring down at you. It's going to make an attack. It dives at you. What do you do?
I'm going to attack it, as I do.
All right.
2d6 plus 3, right? Yeah, 2d6 plus 3. Strength. Yep.
Woo!
So it tries to make a dive attack at you with its mouth, enraged by its fallen comrade, but you easily power right through that and do your damage, sir.
And
1d10
again,
plus 1.
and then we'll do the piercing afterwards, yeah.
Perfect damage. You do 10 magnificent damage, and this is your second attack, so go ahead and do your
Oh, yeah,
d4.
that's another D4.
That's d4, no modifier, stand by, 1d4.
So you do, so that would be 14
That's
minus
11,
1,
right?
13 damage. You actually, like, this thing tries to bite at you, and you just hack off its lower jaw, and it just shatters out. And it seems to be completely fucked up by that. Like, it kind of, like, falls down on itself, but it's still pulling itself forward, and it's,
This is my chance. I'm gonna kill Steel and
There you go.
attack it. So ready to fight.
Are you just hitting it with your
Okay,
staff?
I'm gonna hit it with my quarterstaff
All right, so
right in
roll,
the noggin.
let's roll plus strength, which is
No, but nothing.
just 2d6. Yeah. That's part of it.
Ah!
so you try to smash down on its head, and in doing so, here's what we're gonna do. So it's a partial. These are the ones that kind of confuse me because then you have to think of like.
So what happens when a partial is if you're attacking a monster in melee combat, it just hits you.
Oh, it just hits you?
Yeah, like you go to
okay.
attack it and it attacks you back.
Well, unfortunately for you, Barnacle, same thing with Rod, who is just collecting himself over in the corner after being flung. As an afterthought, it flicks you with its wing as well. There's that 1 again, so it does 4 damage to you, but you go flying across the...
But she still has to roll for her damage, so roll d4,
Oh.
Rachel. Because it's partial, so you hit him and then you get flung.
Okay.
There you go, 4 damage.
4 damage. It's got 3 armor, so you do 1 damage to it. It doesn't seem to have much life in it. You crack it, the top of its skull splinters, but it's still holding on enough to flick you away, and it's still pulling itself towards Scuticus. JP?
Yeah, I just go to swipe at this thing. So just 2d6 plus 1 for an attack. Jesus Christ.
All right, the bear walks over, bleeding from its side, and is like about to maul this thing on the ground. And as it does that, its tail whips with a speed that you've never seen before, and it buries itself in your shoulder, doing 5 damage.
Plus 3?
No, 5 total.
Oh, 5 total. Okay.
I've rolled 2 1s and a 2 now.
Okay, I'm at 5 HP.
Token, you've been a huge help this journey.
It rips its needle-like tail out of your flesh, and you drop down to a knee like this. You look very close to death. It's making its way to you, Scuticus. It's up to you.
Well, you know how I roll. 2d6 plus 3.
Ooh, partial. So it's gonna. They both happen simul, right, JP?
Yes, you deal damage to it, it deals damage to you.
Yeah, 7 to 9, ideal damage. Yeah, exactly.
So you would take 9 damage, yeah, because it's a piercing cancels out your armor, so you take 9 damage.
Damn, that's not good.
And then unless you roll really poorly, go ahead and roll your damage. 1d10 plus 1.
Yeah, I was just changing my... Okay, 1.
You would have to roll a 1. And even then you'd kill it. Never mind, it's just dead. Even if you rolled a 1. Because of your plus 1. There you go.
But I lost how many there? I lost 9 more
9.
on that? Okay, so...
What are you down to?
I'm down to fucking almost dead. Hang on here. Scrolling down to my
Can I
sheet.
apply another potion to Scooticus?
You're at 12 HP. How much HP do you take?
Oh yeah, you can do all that stuff in a second.
I'm
but
down to 3
okay.
HP.
He's
Okay.
down to 3, so you look fucked up as well. Its final move is it impales your shoulder with its tail, but as it does that, you stick your spear down what's remaining of its gullet and wrench its head off its body, and the life of it goes out. It's completely dead, and you're surrounded by the shattered bones of these 2 dragon banes. You guys all look bloodied as all get out. What do you do? That's the end of that.
Let me look at my character.
I yell, heal me!
Yeah, we're all looking at Rod Breslau and expecting a heal of some sort. As I like shape change back, and I just have like a ripped open stomach or like a gash across my stomach.
So let's just go over so far what's happened. Token, you've left me at every opportunity, and I have needed help. Brother, you shit on me the entire time and slapped me inside of a bar and tried to humiliate me along the way.
I killed both the dragons.
And Barnacle's actually been the only one that's been nice to me and healed me with a potion earlier today. So Barnacle's the only person.
I interrupt
feel
you at the
should
end.
be
I'm just
helped.
like, you hold your tongue, Rod Breslau. I had you
Only
in my
person that should
mouth
be
and I
helped.
didn't chew.
Yeah, thanks, Token. That's a big deal from you. You didn't kill me with your big Jew whale mouth.
Well,
Yeah.
Rod's
That's what-
talking. I would like to bring up the fact that I also have cure moderate wounds as a human wizard.
Great. You know what?
So,
Fuck you, Rod Breslau.
I'll take
What's
care of
going
you
on?
over there. Token, I got you.
What?
Oh, this is
I have 3 health. I'm laying here
And
dying.
while I cradle JP's body and
Yes.
or Token's body, and I heal these wounds, I, like a very patient mother, also pour a potion bottle into Scooticus's mouth,
Oh, there you go. Okay.
and
So
thus
here's what we're gonna
tend.
do because we're winding down on time. As you guys are bickering, Rod kind of breaks into silent prayer and looks to the skies and says, "Warrior Jesus, if you would please help us."
Oh, God.
And once again, a shaft of light comes from the sky.
No.
And
Shaft of
for the
light.
first time for you guys, Rod's completely nonplussed about this. He's seen this
He's
a
just
few
like,
times
"Yep."
now. Not a big deal. Literally a 7-foot-tall, bronze-skinned, gorgeous brunette man in a white robe comes down from the heavens in sandals and descends. And you can even hear the choirs going, whoa, 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 whoa. Like he just kind of descends down, touches the earth, and says, "My children, you have taken many wounds in this glorious quest. Allow me to rectify that." And he snaps his fingers, and boom, you're all in full health. Rod, you'll notice you're still scarred up, and your nose hasn't been fixed. And you're like, what do you say to that?
thanks, Jesus.
Jesus
I knew I could count on you.
recognizes this to be sarcasm and shoots you a wink, and then just like that, the shaft of light disappears, and he goes back up into the sky. And you guys are at full health now because of Action Jesus again. I mean, Warrior Jesus.
Action, Jesus. What was my... I don't even know what my... Oh, 10 plus Constitution.
I'm
was
very
23.
disappointed that my 2 of my men on this mission have not died, and that Jesus actually came down to save their stupid asses.
Yeah.
So
I get up and I'm
Token
just
and
like,
brother, you guys have not been good to me. You better thank Jesus every day of your lives.
like, yeah, Jesus is a bro. I like him. All
right.
So make it up this tower.
Is that what happens? You guys make your way up the tower?
Yeah. We talk about what just happened. I asked Rod for some insight on who the fuck that was. Like, what actually just went on. And then I turn around and we start walking up the tower.
Okay. As you guys start walking up the tower and winding around, nothing happens. Again, there's no sound. It's kind of eerily quiet. You make your way up there. There's just the dust, like the dust that has fallen off the 2 dragon banes, but otherwise it's a door that doesn't seem to have been touched in a long time. Sconces on either side. On the door is a language and words that you don't understand, but it looks very archaic and old. What do you do?
I ask, what the fuck is the name? I can't remember your character. I asked Barnacle. I'm like, Barnacle, can you figure out what this. Do you know this? Do you know this language, or should we just open this door?
I recognize this from wizard school. This wasn't a class I paid a whole lot of attention in, so I mean, I could hazard a guess at a translation, or we could just bust in there. I'm down for whatever you guys want to do.
Great. And I just
Sorry
had-
for being so
talking
quiet, guys.
normally.
Spec Person the Third's been kind of overtaken with this action. Honestly, I should have helped more. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We won't tell anyone, Spec. Why don't you open this door for us and walk in
To
first?
make up for it, Spec Person the Third's going to open up this frickin' door.
Great.
So he puts both his hands on the handles, and he pushes open the door, and the door pushes open quite easily into the top of the tower, which is a room with a red, what looks to be like a velvet rug with golden kind of trail, doily type things on the outside of it. In the middle, surrounding the room is open air pillars, supporting the ceiling, which is a good 20 feet up. It's kind of like it looks like a small cathedral-esque type rooftop of this tower. The wind's blowing through quite strongly. There's sconces on each of the pillars over here, and in the middle of the room is a dish, like a big stone dish that just seems to have blood in it, just 19 inches of blood filling the entire thing. And then on the other side of it, sitting behind a marble desk with a book in front of him, is a figure that's just all in black with a hood overlooking his eye, like overlooking him. You can't see his figures at all, nothing about him. But Barnacle, you recognize something about him that's very, very, very familiar. He does not say anything. His hands are clasped inside of his robe. The book's in front of him. And then from behind one of the pillars comes walking out the biggest man you've ever seen in your life. He's 7.5 feet tall. He's actually taller than Jesus. And he is ripped beyond means. He looks like an absolute monster. And you recognize through his kind of Spartan armor, he's got the open T-shaped helmet on with a plume of red hair coming out of the top of his helmet. Otherwise, he's wearing leather armor, holding a sword that's literally the size of Scudicus. You recognize him to be Old Man McDirtybutt, and he is not what he used to be. And he comes walking out, turns, stops in the middle, and faces you guys and starts to walk towards you.
I asked Spec Pearson, can you deal with this giant creature, and we'll go deal with the guy behind him?
Spec Person the Third! He charges forward instantly. And he, I have to look up his stats now, is a... Spec Person the Third has 20 health, 4 armor, and he does 2d10 damage. So he's quite powerful. I'll say his strength is like he's otherwise, for the purposes of a one-shot, he's going to have the same numbers as Sir Scoots, let's say.
Sure.
So he's going to go up, and he makes an attack at 2d6 plus 3. 7 plus 3 is a 10. He's successful. You see him just like duck underneath this gigantic gladiator, like I don't even know what to call the sword. It's a colossal blade or some shit. Just swings over the top of his head. He cuts into this giant's side and does 2d10 damage. That's it. Just 2d10 damage. Oh, so 4 and 9 is 13 damage. So he cleaves into the side of this thing, and it obviously takes a lot of damage and kind of drops on its side. And it has so much pain that it actually drops its blade for a second, which then sticks end down in the ground.
I'm like, great. And I just like start walking by that fight as it's happening and just walk towards the man sitting behind the desk.
So you guys all do this?
That's what
Yeah.
I do. I don't know what anyone else is doing.
I follow.
Yeah, we're just gonna sneak around or down that distraction, I think.
Okay. You guys come around this melee, and you're trying to make your way towards the shrouded figure. And as you get closer, your will to move and to come closer becomes much more difficult. It's kind of like in a dream state when you're walking through mud. Everything starts slowing down. And as you get closer, who's the first one to try to reach him?
I guess I would have started walking first. So
Token?
yeah.
All right, so Token, you are going to try to make an attack against him. But again, the closer you get to this, it feels like the world is working against you. He so far hasn't moved. He hasn't even looked at you yet, and you haven't seen anything of him.
Can we discern realities here?
Sure.
Yeah.
Always do that.
So yeah, go ahead and roll that. Plus your whiz.
Oh, well, plus my wisdom, that'd be 6, but I don't succeed anyway.
It's a fail, yeah.
And nothing happens if you fail, right, JP?
Yeah, nothing happens. We just don't learn anything of value.
That is too bad. All right, so Token, you're going to make your attack. Let me see what my moves are. Okay. So yeah, you're just in human form and you're going to make an attack against him?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and I turn to. I'm not gonna attack it, but my round, this round will be turning to Scooticus, and I just say, "Throw me." Okay. Just throw me. I give him. I put up a thumbs up, and I'm like, "Huh?" Maybe.
Once again, Token, brilliant plan to save our team.
Just like, you got me. We good?
I give him a thumbs up.
Okay.
I know exactly what he's doing. I don't know how I would.
I like try to stiffen myself as a board, and you pick me up and like lunge me at this thing.
It would be a strength test, I guess, but
Yep.
I don't
You
know.
roll your strength test. If you throw me, I'm still gonna change. So roll your strength test first, and then I'll roll
So
my
that's
shape change.
watch out, my cat's in my way. 2d6 plus 3, just like I was attacking, but not right. So,
It's a
partial.
partial throw.
Partial. Okay, I'm gonna shape change. Wait. Oh shit! I rolled toll, not roll. Motherfucker! I can't type. Jesus.
So you don't face
I still change,
this
but I
is-
only have one hold. So on a miss,
okay.
you hold one in addition to whatever you say. So you can make whatever the fuck up you want. But I shape
What'd you
change
turn
into
into?
a great white.
a great white.
Yes.
All right, so Scooticus picks up Token and hurls him, and mid-flight, Token explodes into a 21-foot great white shark that is hurled in the direction of what you presume to be the Necromancer.
Yeah.
The Necromancer, because it's a partial success of the throw, gets to attack as well, right?
That's up to you. I mean, the action wasn't to him; it was just a fail. So if anything, I would say I just miss.
Yeah. So you get flung in his direction, and he hasn't moved until you've left air and turned into a shark, and he moves with an unearthly speed. He shifts out of the way of it, like there's like a shadow behind him as he moves. He goes underneath you, and he actually hurls your body outside of the top of this tower. So you, as a great white shark, are airborne off the top of this tower, and you are dead. You are dead as shit. You hit the bottom of the tower, the ground, and you splatter. The combined weight of you being a giant shark and the tower being 600 feet high or whatever means that you are gone.
Great.
Unless, do you have the ability to turn into anything else, like a bird or something?
I do have, when you take damage while shape shifted, you may choose to revert to your natural form to negate the damage. So
Good.
So like I just be like, I'm a human and take no damage, I guess. But I'm
Let's say this though, for the purpose of the one shot, if you fail,
well,
what,
it just says that I revert. Like I don't roll anything; it just negates damage. I'm totally okay with dying though, because that's kind of lame to just bring that up at the end.
that's okay. It's okay. Go ahead, roll for it. You don't take damage if you don't.
No, there's no roll. It's just I don't take damage.
Oh, okay. So actually, the great white shark misses the Necromancer, who again hasn't shown his form just yet, just moved with unearthly speed. He pushes your body past, and you realizing you're about to go for your final dive, turn back into a human, grab the pillar, and you're holding on for dear life. That's, I think, a good compromise.
Perfect.
So
I'll take
you're
it.
dangling off the side. We'll do a check in a minute here.
Yeah.
The cloaked figure is now facing Scooticus, who threw this, and in a weird, again, this is all things you haven't seen. The cloak just kind of turns to smoke and blows off of it, and underneath, in what looks like just the blackest black you've ever seen, there's a gnarled black armor with kind of spikes all over the place, up into what looks just to be a skeleton head with a helm on it now. And the helm doesn't look like it could have been underneath the hood. He just kind of like materializes from underneath this, and he's holding a blade that is giving off like a green like a I mean, you wouldn't know it to be toxic, but it looks to be like a swamp fungus smell coming off of it or whatever. And he just like shakes it out, and it goes even longer as he shakes it out. So it's now like a 6-foot long sword, and he drags it on the ground and starts walking towards you, Scuticus.
Dude, while he has his back turned to me and he's facing Scuticus, can I cast Magic Missile again with Greater Empowered Magic? Does it do more if I hit him in the back?
Don't think so.
You can try.
I don't know if there's back attacks. I don't think there's.
No. So partial.
Crap.
So you're attacking with your staff, right?
That is with my Magic Missile, but then do I roll again for Greater Empowered Magic?
No, so you can only do that if you roll a 10 plus.
Ah, okay. Well then.
Because if you roll 10 plus, then it knocks it down to 7 to 9, and you also take an attack, but you do double damage or whatever your bonus is.
So did this just
Gotcha.
fail then?
No,
Well,
this is a success, but she also takes an incoming blow.
Okay. So you Jubilee your hands again. Go ahead and roll for that damage.
I think it's just 2d4, right, Rachel?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's 7 either way.
Okay, so you do 7 damage in the direction of the Necromancer, and he, again, his hand just kind of materializes where that was.
Wait. You rolled 2d4 above that. Sorry. Roll 2d6 plus 3 for your spell cast, and then roll your damage if you hit. Sorry. I just caught that at the last second.
Oh, it was a 2d4. I see. Nice
Yeah.
catch.
So roll 2d6 plus 3.
Yeah, you roll d4s.
Okay, same shit. Let's just say you do 7
Same
damage.
shit.
Nothing changes.
So
Except
she
gets
casts.
attacked.
She shoots off her magic missile. His arm just kind of appears in place of where the attack was coming, and it just gets absorbed into his hand, and he echoes it back at you. He fires it right into your face. So you take 7 damage.
Oh my god.
So you're
I
at...
got 5 health left.
No, you're at 9, and you got full healed.
Oh, I
Yeah.
did. Never mind.
Scoots, how are you doing?
He's still dragging the sword at you, Scoots.
Scoots
Yeah,
is full.
I'm coming at him with my 2d6 plus 3, obviously attacking him.
Oh my god.
That's a hit.
So, yeah, roll your damage.
And then that's 1d10 plus 1. And this is the first attack on this battle of him, so I don't have my extra modifier.
Okay, so he's got 5 armor, so you just did 4 damage. I'll keep a dice.
Even with the serrated thing that ignores 2 armor?
Oh, it's 2 piercing, so he negates 3, so he takes 6 damage.
There you go. I got you, Scoots.
Thanks, brother.
Got him. So Sir Scoots or Scuticus not intimidated by this so
YOLO.
far extremely intimidating creature, cuts at him, and he doesn't even make a move necessarily to deflect it. He just takes it in his chest, and your sword buries deep into him, and he looks down at it, and as you pull it out, you notice that the wound immediately closes up.
Oh, we're fucked. I said this out loud. We're fucked.
Rod?
Warrior Jesus! Save us.
Well, that doesn't sound very good. It's good again. I have to say.
What is Spec guy up to these days? Is he still fighting the other thing?
Yeah, he's fighting the other guy. I'll get back to him in a second.
Okay, cool.
I, for no other reason than to get back at Scuticus for earlier, want to hold him so that he cannot do anything but speak.
Are you fucking serious?
What do you do?
Okay.
Hold a person?
You hold Scuticus?
He's a person. I mean, is
Yeah,
Necromancer a
go for
person? Does Necromancer count as a person?
Oh, you're doing it to the Necromancer.
Well, I thought it would be a person, so it wouldn't
yeah,
count.
sure, it's a humanoid.
Okay, then do the Necromancer. And Scuticus will have to wait.
JP, is that a spell?
Yes, I should probably look that up because I don't think Rod has. So
Yeah,
hold
third
person. First, you got to roll your whiz. So 2d6 plus 3, Rod, to see if it's successful. Is that it right there?
Yeah, that was it.
So I think that's just a success. You choose one person you can see until you cast a spell or leave the presence. They cannot act except to speak. The effect ends immediately if the target takes damage from any source. On a partial success, what is that? On a 7 to 9, the spell's cast, but choose one. So, Rod, we'll just have Jeff choose this unless you really want to. Because I know you're not going to want to.
Go for it.
So, Jeff, you draw unwelcome attention to put yourself in a spot. The casting distances you from your deity, taking -1 ongoing to cast a spell until the next time you commune. After you cast it, the spell is revoked by your deity, that you cannot cast a spell again until you commune and have it granted to you. So choose one for him, or Rod, choose it for yourself.
Rod, you get first dibs. Just do it quick.
He probably didn't listen.
Okay. It's going to be
I actually don't
-1
even know what
spell.
you said. Yeah.
But as he pushes this power at the Necromancer, it puts its hand up, absorbs it, and shoots it back at you, Rod, so you're at -1.
Cool. Great.
And now it starts to continue to make its way to Scuticus.
So I'm still the target action, even though.
You threw the Great White at him.
Well, and I attacked him, but yeah.
Yes.
But the last attack doesn't necessarily pull him automatically away from me. Okay.
Let's do two things first. Spec Person attacks, and he's successful on an 11, and he does 2d10 damage. 1 and 3, so he's up to 14 damage. He's done 14 damage to the giant, and it seems to be like it's getting hacked to pieces right now. He's just kind of spec passing. He's just like hammering away at it, and like gore's kind of flinging off of it. Getting over to Token, you're hanging for your life. I think it should be, what do you think, a dex check?
I just try to pull myself up, so I think
Strength?
Yeah.
All right.
2d6 plus 1. Success, but partial.
Partial success. So you do pull yourself up, but the energy that you used for it is going to affect your strength by 1 for the rest of the fight.
-1, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just roll +0.
So you're back up. Scuticus.
Boy, do I have a feeling attacking Necromancer doesn't do anything. But attacking Rod certainly will, at least for me. The
So
simple fact that
here's
go ahead.
so
Yes, sir.
DM hacking a little bit. You had a moment, you're realizing this, I can see you thinking about it. You look around, there's a spec person just unhinging against this giant that doesn't seem to be able to do anything. And on the table is still that book, but otherwise there's a altar of blood, and you're in an open area place. That's it.
I mean, can I grab the book?
I don't know. Can you grab a book?
You know what? Actually, I'm not going to grab the book. I'm going to try to slash the book and literally attack the book.
All right.
Cut it in half, if you will.
So here's what we're going to do. Is there an action, JP, that you can think of better than what I... like? What action would that be to make it to the book to cut it? Can't just be an attack. It has to be like a...
Well, if you're running by the guy, you would be defying danger in
There you
some
go.
sense, because you're probably going to be... He's probably going to attack you or try to stop you from doing that.
Yep.
So I would say you defy danger, and if you make it successfully there, even if it's partial, then you can hack and slash. So I guess that's the best you could do. Defy danger, so you would probably just roll... You can try to power through, which is your highest stat, Scoot. So I would roll 2d6 plus 3. And like anything that happens to you, you just like power through it.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Independently, I test a hypothesis about health potions working opposite against undead and chuck my remaining health potions at the Necromancer.
You throw a health potion at it?
Yes.
I won't even make you roll for it. It shatters against him, and he is now covered in health potion.
All right, 2d6 plus 3.
Science is its own reward.
Boom. So
13.
Scuticus realizes that there's not much that's going to be done to the Necromancer and makes a move to go past it. The Necromancer, with its ungodly speed, goes from tip down to tip up to slashing at you in 3 quick, succinct moves, but you actually, once again, deftly tumble out of the way of all 3 of the swipes. And if there was a way to recognize this, it would seem that the Necromancer is caught off guard by this and is now closing in behind you as quickly as it can.
So you can attack the book now.
So now I attack the book with the same thing, right? 2d6 plus 3, yeah.
Yep.
Is reading the book.
Oh, it's a straight up
10.
success.
Roll for damage.
Let's
D10 plus 1, right?
just yep.
Boom, 9. Okay, so you make your way past the Necromancer, and just as he's raising his sword to, come down across your back and leave head from body, you impale the book right through the core, and green blood oozes, not even oozes, explodes out of the book, and the book it kind of just spins around and then disappears and is gone. All that is left is the green blood stain. And behind you, you hear the clang of its 6-foot-long black blade sword drop down behind it, sticking into the ground. And the Necromancer drops to its knees, falls forward, and then melts through the floor.
There we go.
And just
Hooray!
as Spec Passin does a fucking Sparta kick into the giant off the top of the roof, and the giant falls to its death as well. I just killed a giant. What happened?
We end in there. You want to keep going?
That's it.
There we go.
A good song plays, and Warrior Jesus comes down and heals Rod of his burns and his nose, and gives him the golden penis. He's now the most well-endowed man on the entire planet.
Thank everyone. My
Trick,
golden
it's on your
penis.
forehead.
There you go. He attached it to your forehead. Jesus is a motherfucker after all. Anyways. Cool. Well, let's do some shout-outs here. We've been going for a little bit longer, but I think everyone was okay with that. So why don't we start things off? Slasher, do some shout-outs, man.
Today was my first time ever doing or playing this ever in my life. So I apologize for me being incredibly awkward and generally not how things are. But I think it went rather well. I had fun. I'm going to really need to, if I want to do this again, probably read more and know what the fuck I'm doing for this generally to be successful. But I thought it went well. So thank you, JP and Jeff and Scott and Rachel for all having me on. That's pretty much it. Oh, I will have the only thing I want to promote is that a Vietnamese Dota player died today from a car crash, a motorcycle accident. And I will have a memorial type article about him sometime tomorrow. So that's all.
That'll be at ongamers.net, right? So people know.
.com.
Is it .com?
Yeah, you can go find links from Reddit because that's probably what you do anyway.
There you go. Does .net still work?
Actually, I have no idea.
Okay. Well, guys, go to ongamers.com, not .net. Cool. Thanks for coming on, Rod. Scoots, do some shout-outs.
Obviously, thanks for having me, JP. And obviously, Jeff, again, I'm also very new to this. I did a couple episodes of Misclicks, but so again, first time DMing with a bunch of noobs was awesome. Was literally a great venue for you to use your creative skill set. Because I hope you do a lot more DMing. Because I was supposed to be this hard ass, tough, evil guy, and I couldn't fucking stop laughing. So great stuff. Obviously, Rachel, great hanging out with you again. JP, again, thanks for having me. Rod, much like in life,
good try, buddy.
Good try, buddy.
Good try. I also want to say is you all failed. You all fucking failed. I owned you guys. Bunch of terrible can't kill me.
Rod, before we log off, quick
try
question.
to really kill you though. So,
did Jesus say it true? Did you and Corin?
No, I was no fluff about me and Corin. Told it straight up.
Nice.
I am the oldest guy in esports. I just noticed the graphic you put up. I am older than Red Eye. So
I say he also might be. I wasn't 100% sure. So.
I definitely am older than him by a couple years. Anyway, thanks for having me. I might possibly be doing this again with Neil and a new crew. It's still being talked about. So you might see a little bit more of me. Obviously, I need to understand the rules a little better so I don't ask stupid questions. But had a great time. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Definitely fun shit.
Cool. Rachel, do some shout-outs.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. I have also never done anything like this before. I never played a tabletop RPG, so this was pretty fun. And I really appreciate you guys reaching out to me. I have never tried this, like I said, and I died. I laughed my ass off. I had a great time. So thank you very much.
Awesome. Glad you had fun. Jeff, last but not least, do some shout-outs.
JP, thank you for giving me the chance to DM. You asked me about it last week, and I was kind of nervous about it because there's actually so much shit that goes into this. But as JP and everyone has taught me, you're actually not supposed to prepare that much. So once we got swinging, it was pretty fun. It was a lot of fun actually, and it was there's no stress or pressure. It's just absolute fun. So I had an absolute blast. Thank you guys all for being here and a part of it. I had a lot of fun with you guys, and that's a huge part of it, of course. I'm leaving for Romania tomorrow, so do check out DreamHack this weekend. And I did post. This is like my one chance to do it, so of course I've got to do it. So there's a Q&A in JP's subreddit. If you guys have any questions, I can answer all. And yeah, thanks.
Cool. Let me link that real quick in chat so people see it. There you go. Cool. Yeah, that's it for Roleplay One Shots. We'll probably do this again in the future. I know Marcus reached out to me a little bit earlier this week wanting to do something along the same lines, so you might see some more familiar faces up on some more future Roleplay One Shots. In terms of roleplay content in general, things should start going back to normal next week, as both of our DMs are going to be coming back into town after their vacation, and you'll start to see more roleplay content. So, apart from that, the only other show this week is 8-Bits with Wheat and Jeff Green on Saturday at 5 o'clock EST over at twitch.tv/DJWheat. Regardless, thanks everyone for coming on. Rod,
Right before the stream closes, I run over, I kill, flashback, cut his head off with an axe.
there you go. Rod, Scott, Rachel, thank you
Gotta
guys so
roll,
much
Scott.
for coming on. It was an
Gotta roll.
absolute pleasure.
12. I rolled a 12.
You're rolling at 12.
Damn it. Sorry, JP.
Nope, we're good. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.